Hey guys, the Common Man here. So today I have with me the Spyderco Para 3. This is the 20 CV with the tan G10 scales. And today I'm going to be putting on a new set of scales. So I like the tan G10, but I knew that I was kind of waiting for the right scales to come along before I actually do the swap. I wanted to make this knife kind of my ideal my ideal knife, honestly. Like I'm going for something kind of special here. I love the Spyderco Para 3. I carry it almost every single day. It's my most, probably my #1 go-to carry knife. So I really wanted to do something special with this one here. You can see I got the MXG deep carry pocket clip, which I absolutely love. And now we're gonna add these new scales. So this is something that I bought from Metonboss. I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce it, but he's got a website, metonboss.com. Also sells on Etsy and also on eBay, maybe a couple other platforms, I'm not sure, but those are the ones that I know of. And so this is something very special. One thing you guys need to know about me is that I am a Star Wars nerd through and through, Star Wars geek for sure. I love Star Wars. For me, it's more nostalgic. I don't keep up too much on new stuff, but it just brings right back to my childhood. I love it. I love Star Wars, and I wanted to find something just right. And so far, this looks like this is it. So we'll get these out of the package. I'll show you what they look like. Got some tape sticking there. Get that out of here. All right. Look at these guys. Hopefully the camera can catch it okay. I'm not working with the best lighting, but I'm doing what I can to get this on here. But look at that. How awesome is that? These things are absolutely incredible. It was somewhat of a custom order. I reached out to him on actually his eBay store. I found a set of Star Wars scales that I liked, but they weren't quite what I was looking for. And he sent me a couple of different options that he has that he could make up kind of as a custom order. And I decided to go with these ones. So what these are titanium with heat anodized images here. And you can see it's not really so much of a texture. It's pretty smooth. But you can see how that heat anodizing just gets that amazing image. You can see Darth Vader there. Look at that. Death Star in the background. How cool is that? And I actually have these the other way. It looks like this is actually cut out of one piece, like one stock, because you can see the image kind of continues to both sides, which is so stinking cool. I absolutely love this. And the way that the light shines and reflects off of it, it's not just the camera doing that. I mean, that's the way it looks. Really awesome. Just depending on how the light hits it, you can see that it changes. But all right, enough of that. We'll go ahead and put these things on the knife, and then we'll get a really good idea of what this thing's going to look like once it's complete. So I guess let's just get started. Yeah, pretty simple. I got my tool set aside here, so hopefully we can make this somewhat streamlined. We'll go ahead and take that pocket clip off first. Have the knife closed up so I don't cut myself in the process. This is going to be I believe this is a T6 for these pocket clip screws. And you guys saw me put this clip on in another video. Very easy install, obviously, nothing too complicated. Really awesome clip. I absolutely love this clip. And it's the, obviously, the black deep carry MXG. This does not have the lanyard hole cut out, which I've actually found is perfectly fine. I don't have any problem with that. Really, really like this clip. And I've brushed up against a few things, and that coating has held up really, really nicely. And this is titanium. Yeah, super, super happy with this clip. I'm definitely going to be reusing that and putting that back on. As you can see, the clip's been removed. Go ahead and get rid of the T6. Shouldn't need that anymore. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and loosen up the body screws. What is this? This is a T8, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it should be a T8. And these things are really in there. Oh boy. It's actually making me kind of nervous. There we go. And it was pretty tight. I don't know why. I think I tightened it down that much, but I'm not. Maybe not. I don't think I've had this apart ever. Pretty sure this is the first time I've had this knife apart, so these screws are on there. And, ugh, I hate that. Free spinning screw, guys, on both sides. So that standoff there is not captured in any way. So it just kind of spins free. So really makes it a little bit of a bear. But there we go. It's working okay. Yeah, you just got to kind of pinch it. What I'm doing is I'm kind of pinching the two scales together and kind of putting tension on that. But we'll go ahead and we'll... Oh, well, there it is. It came right out. Okay, cool. I was going to say we'd leave it in there temporarily, but yeah, it looks like it decided to pop out on its own. No big deal. Get rid of the T8. That should be good. And then T10 for the pivot. And then this is also going to be fairly tight. I have been working a lot on this to try to get the lockup totally solid and drop shutty, and I was able to actually just... I was able to get there. It was pretty good. It was decent when I bought it new, but it did have a little bit of blade play. Perfectly drop shutty, but a tiny bit of blade play. So I did end up having to play with the pivot screws a little bit to get it to get no blade play. So let's go ahead. So these pins here, obviously those are just going to kind of pop through. So if I remember correctly, should be able to, let's see. Yeah, so this should all just kind of separate. There we go. This kind of spins up out of the way. This is going to be a good opportunity also to clean up the washers, clean up the pivots, and that's actually nice. The washer and everything kind of, they all kind of stayed together there. So we're going to set that aside over here. Actually, yeah, might as well leave all the pieces in the frame, huh? Why not? You can see everything that I'm working with and how I organize things, which is not very organized, but it's fine. All right. So let's figure out the best way to do this. So this is kind of a bummer. I hate that they do this. They actually kind of press that lanyard hole. It's got like a little bit of a lip around the edge. So it locks in these G10 scales. So when you take the scales off, you really gotta kind of pop them off of there. I'm hoping I can do it. Oh no, I lost something. Hold up, guys. What was that? Okay, standoff. No big deal. We got it. Right there. So that's the standoff that goes right in there. But you can see it's not D-shaped or anything like that. So it just kind of spins. So it can be kind of annoying to work with. We'll pull those in there too, huh? Let you guys look at those. Okay. And I was just working on my Jeep, so my hands, anyone who works on cars understands you can scrub and scrub and scrub as much as you want, but that oil and dirt and stuff, it's kind of hard to get off totally. So my hands look dirty, that's why. They're kind of just oil stained. Sorry. And let's see. Yeah, I really don't want to break anything. Can't remember the way that I did it the last time. And actually, there we go. Okay, it's coming off. There we go. You just got to kind of work with it, I guess. I'm sort of figuring this out with you guys. I haven't actually taken the pair of 3. I have another pair of 3. I don't think I've actually ever taken apart or taken the scales off of it. This is my first scale swap. I did do a PM2, but I think the construction was just a little bit different. It seems like it was a little bit different. Let's see. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, you just got to kind of wiggle it. Just keep wiggling it until something happens. That'll work. Cool. All right, and while we're in here, this is actually incredibly clean. I've carried this a fair amount. I don't know how it's so stinking clean on the inside. Maybe I've cleaned it before. I don't know. I don't remember cleaning it. Okay. Let's just go ahead, since we've got it apart, let's go ahead and just clean this up. Make sure all these parts are nice and clean and lubricated. This is just a nice little, like microfiber cloth. Same ones that you get with, certain knives come with them. This is a I don't know what I got this from. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not labeled. You know, any other microfiber cloth is going to work. Oh, it's, yeah, Civivi. So it came with a Civivi. Go ahead and clean up your washers really good. Washers are very important. Make sure you get these things really cleaned up. You want to have a nice shine to both sides. Make sure both sides have a good shine and you get all that dirt and grime off. And then sometimes if they look like they're in rough shape, what I do with my washers is I have a flat strop, leather strop. It's actually a wood-backed leather strop. I take my washer, I set it down, put my finger on it, and I actually just rub it around, even pressure all the way around on that leather strop with a little bit of stropping compound. It'll actually polish that washer, and you do it on both sides. I'll have a video on that. I'll do a actual disassembly, and I'll work on a pivot on one of my knives and show you guys what I'm talking about. But it works out really well, and it gets that action glassy smooth. So, what else? All right, we got the little pivot guy here. All right, so we can put this back together. Let's go ahead. Now, I don't really remember which washer went to which side. It shouldn't matter. I say shouldn't. What does matter, though, get some lube. A little bit of oil. Very little bit. Dab, dab. And dab, dab. And that's actually probably more than what I need. But just make sure you've got oil on there. Just a little bit. If you work in really dirty environments, use less oil. That's my advice. If you work in just, you know, if you're in just regular environments where it's, you know, dirt and dust and stuff is not a big deal, then it shouldn't be a huge problem for you. Because that oil, yeah, just fell. The oil is going to collect dirt and dust if you use too much of it, so be sparing. And actually, I'm going to do a little dab on that side and that side. That should work its way around. All right, and then this, I think, if I remember correctly, it's like coming apart. Yeah, there should be a little D-shaped slot. Let's see. If I can find it. There it is. So it just kind of worked itself into place. Same on this side. And you got to kind of rotate it around. There we go. Cool. So that's now in place. All right. Let's go ahead and get my first scale on here. Very nice. And that just kind of set right in there. So it's machined to where it's no longer that little lip. I guess it doesn't have to be pressed in, which is really nice. So very cool. Thank you for the manufacturer of these scales. They did a good job there. There we go. That's on too. Ooh, guys, this is looking good so far. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay. All right, let's not get too excited before I get too far into this. Oh yeah, see, this is gonna be a pain. I gotta get that standoff in there. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to set this all down. There's no screws in this, so I'm just trying to be really careful. Go ahead and cap my lube back up right there. So again, this knife has no screws in it. It's just kind of sitting there the way it is. And let's go ahead and put those, let's get those body screws. Those are T8s. Yep. Good. Just do a tiny little bit of Loctite. It looks like it may look like I did a lot, but it's not. It's very, very little bit. You don't need much at all. Hopefully that held in place. No, it fell right out. Okay. This is very kind of fiddly, guys. You really gotta just kind of work with it. Let's see if that caught in there. Yes, good. And of course, because that thing's not captured or locked in place, it's just going to want to spin around on you. So you got to pinch the two scales together to try to get some tension on that standoff, so it doesn't just keep spinning as you're screwing that screw in. And once you get the one side not snug, but just enough to where it's not moving anymore, then you can get that other side going. As you can see, that's good. So far, this is actually going pretty easy. And yeah, the weight, I should have done it before and after on the weight there. It's definitely, you can already tell it's going to be a little bit heavier, but that's okay. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. It's not heavy, it's just going to be a little heavier. But the weight of a knife has never been a huge deal to me. It's, you know, unless it's like a, you know, an absolute hulking beast and weighing your pants down, it's not a big deal. To me, I like a knife that feels solid anyway. So, and this actually, this feels solid now, I can tell you that. All right, so where are we at with the pivot? Tons of play, tons and tons and tons of play. So let's go ahead and tighten that up. Got a long ways to go there. Okay, tons of play still. Tight, tight. Okay, drop shut. Still play. This is the part, this always drives me nuts, guys. I don't know. I've never really enjoyed the tuning process because it just seems like you're never getting anywhere with it. Okay, so we're getting a little bit stiffer there with still a little bit of play. Let's maybe back this side off just a hair. Tighten this side up. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. I think we can work with that. Let's do this side just a hair. Yeah, I think it's just going to take a little bit of working with. That feels good, though. I can tell you that. That's all right. Go ahead and tighten this. Again, it's just going to want to spin on me. Just give it a good pinch. There we go. That one's nice and tight. Once you get one side good and tight, it should hopefully hold the other side. Hold it so that the other side's not spinning around on you. That's good. Oh, yeah. Let's do. Okay. You can see, you can just go back and forth all day long with it. And I think it's just going to take some time working with it. Which side? Yes. Okay. All right. So on my install video, I did put Loctite. I think this time I'm not really going to worry about the Loctite so much. On the pocket clip screws. Hopefully that works out for me. I hope I don't regret it, but I'm sure I won't. Really, Loctite's the most important thing on like a pivot or even these body screws where you can get a little bit of play in it. All right. Give that a good. Very good. Sorry, try to stay in camera here. Yes, I am one of those people who goes through and tightens everything a 1/16 of a turn all the way around about 4 times. I don't know why I do that, but I always do. Pretty good, solid lockup. Blade centering is off. Really off. Let's see. All right, we're almost here, almost done here, guys. I just want to get this last little adjustment here. I want to get this closer to center if I can. I'll work with it. I think we'll get there. But one last tweak. One last tweak, I promise, guys. One last tweak. It is so fiddly. There we go. Let's try that. That'll work. All right. Well, there it is, guys. Cap on my Loctite so that didn't dry out. And there you have it. Look at that. Got the Death Star, the X-Wing, Stormtrooper, Darth Vader on the other side. Oh yeah. And the black blade, the black clip. I might even look into getting maybe some like bronze hardware or something like that. But I think that's going to work for me, guys. I think that I'm very, very happy with this. Very cool. Again, I got this from Metonboss, Meton boss.com. He's got a Etsy and eBay. Definitely check out his Etsy store. Check out his website. Some of his products are also sold on, I believe, DLT Trading, a couple of the other websites. So really, really awesome product. It feels incredible. Looks absolutely amazing. Very happy. Check it out, guys. All right, well, if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. Let me know what you think of this. Leave a comment down below. I'm interested in what everyone's opinion of these scales are. I'm very happy. But, yeah, let me know. But if you want to see some more of my videos, guys, please subscribe. I'll be uploading. I'll try to upload at least once a week. But, yeah, thanks. Bye-bye.